Hi everyone, Spider-Man 1991 here for my comic reviews of the week. Alright, let's get started with my only DC pick, Superman World of New Krypton number 11. Now then, we cut to Alora and a Krypton speaking with another New Krypton resident, Lyra, about replacing the council member who was killed last issue, and all of a sudden we see the point of view of a sniper scope, and then Lyra gets shot, but the shot was meant for Alora. Then we get to Kal-El and Adam Strange arriving at the scene of the crime where the gunshot was fired. They say they found the gun. Then Lieutenant Nar shows up with the gun, and I guess with Non as well, and they say that they found it two buildings over, hidden and abandoned. And so pretty much Adam Strange starts to and they have genetic evidence that reaches the Labor Guild member Tamor, which gets Adam Strange to question, if he's a smart guy, would he really leave a weapon hastily hidden and easily found? So they go to the council, and they hear a debate about what to do. The military councilman questions Kal-El's loyalty, questions whether Kal is stalling since his mother Lara was military guild, which almost starts something. But then some are proposing troops to watch the Labor Guild, but Alora reminds them that Kal avoided a riot and that they might start one. So then Kal and Adam Strange go off to see Tyr at the medical base, but first Kal goes and talks to Zod, who's really recovering and right now going through physical therapy. And he reminds Kal that evidence could be planted and that Tamor is either brilliant or a tactician, but not both. So they come to the conclusion that he's the wrong man, but he can probably lead them to the true perpetrator. They go and see Tyr, and they ask him to help him find Tamor. Tyr decides to help Kal and Adam by taking them to this military facility where there's all these aliens held up, and apparently the facility is all lead-lined and soundproof. And Tyr points out that the Labor Guild had to build this for the military guild, and that he's surprised that Kal-El had no knowledge about this, and that was Zod's idea. And, Lieutenant Nar tries to contact Kal, but he can't get the transmission through. So they find Tamor. They promise that he'll help him if he tells them who the real perpetrator is. Then all of a sudden, Counselor Zor and Commander Gore show up, saying that they're traitors and that they need to die, and that if Kal's helping them, then he'll have to be arrested for aiding and abetting. And that Kal says that I'm a commander of the military guild. I'm telling you, but then they point out that as of 12 minutes ago, Zod returned to active duty, and now it pretty much closes off with everyone aiming their scopes on Tam, Tyr, Kal, and Adam, and they're saying, "Ready, aim, fire!" And this is the final. All right, this is the second final issue of the World of New Krypton series. The ending really put me in the mood to see what's going to happen, how's World of New Krypton going to end, and how this is going to lead into the upcoming War of the Superman story. Right? Now that's done, let's move on to Ultimate Spider-Man, number 6. Now, first of all, we cut open to Peter doing his little reflecting monologue at dinner, where apparently Bobby Drake and Johnny Storm now living with them. Kitty Pryde is also joining them for dinner. And pretty much when we exit Peter's subconscious, we get to Gwen stating that Peter's her boyfriend, and that making sure that everyone, and points out that she's off limits to them. And then Aunt May points out that there's no hanky-panky in this house, and she particularly looks at Johnny, which, come on, if Johnny Storm's living in your house, you have to be pretty clear about that. And then they decide to give Johnny and Bobby new identities. So they dye Johnny's hair black, and then for Bobby, they shave his head. So now they're pretty much going to be enrolled as Peter's cousins, Bobby and Johnny Parker. And Aunt May says, and fortunately, And Aunt May states that their information was lost in the New York flood and that they need somewhere to be. So, pretty much the principal decides to let them in. And the only one who seems to notice is Mary Jane. So, they're trying to make sure she understands about what's going on and stuff. So, and then all of a sudden, Peter's spider sense starts to go off. Love how it's portrayed in this one, where it's just like he's getting redder and redder, and he's starting to go off from reality. Then he goes to check, boom, giant robot attacks. Okay, and then Johnny's about to flame on, but Peter moves him out, saying that he can handle this for now. So Peter starts to change while fighting the robot, while he's noticing that that's following him. So then Johnny says that he's gonna go help, but then Gwen points out that he can do that, like he has to do it 3 blocks away or something. So Spidey's got the principal, he's making a run for it. Then the mysterious hooded superhero shows up to help Spidey take out the robot, and then Spidey wants to know who you are, who he is, and then so all of a sudden Johnny shows up and just blows the robot up, melts the robot. Then he points out to Johnny that it was clues, they could have used it, what the hell, man. So pretty much the hero's gone, and Human Torch and Spidey leave. And then it's revealed that the masked hooded figure from Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, here she's go, is Kitty Pryde. And as we know, she has a little nosebleed, so that might be a new so she might have new powers, but it might be a consequence of that. Mysterio's having a little rant saying that he's controlled chaos and stuff. Then Captain Quaid of the police shows up near Mysterio's base, and Mysterio states that he's so close about who Spider-Man is, so he destroys his facility, and Captain Quaid says, damn it, so close as well. Alright, Ultimate Comics Spider-Man, very good, love it. It is okay, it's so far pretty good, and I'm still interested about the whole House for Heroes Aunt May is running. Alright, next up, Siege, number 1. Now pretty much, Osborn and Loki decide to stage an incident to get them to invade Asgard. So one of Asgard's heroes goes out and explores the Earth. Then they send in some people from the Initiative to attack the invader, and they get a huge incident like the one that started Civil War. So pretty much now Osborn's pretty much has his assistant Miss Hand say, call the president, tell him we're getting ready to invade Asgard. He points out to the Avengers, and then he tells them that, you do this, you're square. You can just pretty much leave as Avenger. You pretty much join so that you wouldn't be rotten in prison, but do this, and you're out. You can be Avengers if you want to, or you can leave, I don't care. Care if we win. And pretty much now Ares, God of War, is naturally leading the army. And the president's hearing about this, he's getting PO'd about all of this, saying that Osborn's out of control. Then Loki goes and warns Asgard's current ruler Balder about this. And now pretty much the first attack is done by the Sentry. Next up we get the Siege of Asgard. Also, Osborn has the members of the Initiative joining him. Oh, and I like how Hawkeye and Wolverine are flying on like little gliders. Little homage to the Green Goblin, I guess. Then, pretty much the Dark Avengers are attacking Asgard. Tony's still in a coma. Then Don Blake goes out, hits his stick to the ground, and then Thor shows up. Sorry, and attacks. And now, pretty much, the issue concludes with the fight being of Thor versus the Avengers on television. And who notices but Steve Rogers. And says to be continued. Also, as a bonus feature is the conversation right before the invasion of the Avengers, of Osborn's Avengers. Now, Siege, number 1, okay, this seems to be a very alright start off to what is supposedly a big event from way back when the original Avengers disassembled. So, hopefully this will be a good event. It seems to be starting off well by first getting Thor involved, then next issue we might have Captain America involved, then finally Iron Man, and then it'll all over. But here's a question for you about who the villain is. Sure, it's Loki and Osborn, but ask yourself, which one is really behind this? Okay? Alright, so that's pretty much it. Spider-Man 1991 saying, see you later.